You got your TV on?
Yeah, I got my TV out.
Turn that TV down, man.
Oh, man.
Put your headsets on or turn the TV down when we do this audio test.
Alright, give me a second.
Ah, you got all this noise in your mic, man. What's all that noise you got? Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay. Remember, it's gonna pick up
I ain't got
everything.
nothing over here, bro.
I want to know if it picks up everything. So we're going live. Give me a second.
Alright.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, wait.
I'm going live. I'm gonna look and see what it's showing on here first. I didn't even know he gave me these stuff. Hold on, let me. That's fine. Let me look at the thing when it pops up so I can see it. Did it pops? It said not yet. But hold on. It's not there now. Okay, there we go. We're going right there. Let me small cap this real quick. Pull up my.
Did you need me to send you an invite?
1 second.
PUBG, right?
There we go. There we go. Good stuff. All right, let me know this is an audio test. Audio test. Got my man from the streets up in here. He's helping me out. I want everybody to know how he sounds. We're just gonna be running through this game. PUBG representing. It's the new legal. My man, the general, couldn't be here at this moment. This was really a test for him. But my man Ox coming through for me, man. So we're gonna go ahead without him and do this test. Looking for any of the comments in here as soon as he gets to talking, man. He's getting his stuff set up. He's gonna start talking here in a minute. So y'all just let me know how I sound and how he sounds at the same time. I'm moving around right now, but I'll get closer to my mic here in a minute.
Alright, what's up, bro? I got everything connected.
All right, we're waiting for it to load up.
Yeah, just let me know when.
No, you can start talking anytime, man. Just keep talking.
Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah.
Pick your voice up. Pick your voice up, man.
Yeah, this the everyday voice of me right here.
Okay.
Yeah, this. But yeah.
Do not hold your voice back. Because everybody's voice is different. Mine's a little bit louder, so don't hold your voice back.
Yeah, this my everyday voice. Trust me, I ain't gonna
good. Keep talking. Just do what you do. I'm just playing. I'm just a test. I ain't worrying about nothing. I'm not trying to put in no work or nothing. I'm just doing this test.
Yeah, yeah. What you think about what you think about it for the crossover to PlayStation? What do you think about it?
It won't because Forza uses cloud technology. They can't.
Well, just theoretically.
It's just I never thought like that. It wouldn't. I mean, if it did, it would be just a dumb. It'd be Need for Speed or something. It'd be GT Sport. It ain't gonna be nothing that nobody's ever experienced before. So it'd just be dumbed down, you know.
That's true. That's true.
It'd be a typical racer. It'd be a typical racer. All the greatness would be taken away from it if that was to happen. Be a typical racer.
So you think, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're coming from. It would actually hurt them in the long run.
Yeah, it wouldn't give no quality that we used to have it. Wouldn't be Forza. That was to happen.
Yeah. Because
it wouldn't be Forza at all.
You're right about that.
Just be some racing game.
Another project 2, the crew. You know, all those. I mean, you can literally go into the store and see about 50 different racing games that you never played. You know.
Right.
But you're gonna go. It's 2 games that you're gonna play. It's 2 games that everybody that love racing games have played. One on PlayStation is Gran Turismo, and one is, the most important is Forza.
That's it, man.
So, when they did the Forza, the Gran Turismo, I think it was 5. I believe it was 5 when they did it on the PS3. And they was hyping it up and everything, and it turned out to be the same thing as 4. It was just the same game, same technology, same everything. Just the only difference was it was basically a DLC to Part 4. That was it. And what I like about Forza is that they actually go to the tracks. And they take the time with the car. They get every single detail of the car,
Stop talking real quick, Ock. Don't say nothing real quick, Ock. Give me 1 second. Okay, continue, man. Go ahead and continue. Go ahead and continue.
Forza Motorsport.
Whatever you got in the background, turn it off.
Test the tracks from the wet to the slippery side. The hot and the coldness,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Turn whatever you have off in the background. Turn it off or turn it down.
I don't have anything in the background.
Do you have my voice? You must have me close by your TV or something because I can hear myself.
My TV's on mute.
Do you have my voice? You must have
me. My TV is on mute.
Oh, you know what I got? I know what it is. I got my. Never mind, man. I got the channel on. I had the channel on, so it was pushing back because I was sending it out. I forgot I was sending it out to some people so they could test our audio. Never mind, man. I fixed it. Go ahead, brother. You doing a good job. Go ahead.
I got mine on mute. But yeah, like the quick friction of the brakes and everything. They go test all those stuff out, and be one thing that I truly love about Forza that set it apart: the engine swaps. The engine swaps. I mean, you can do that. You can do that in real life. Why not be able to do it in the game?
Right.
So, I mean, you go take a V6. Take for example the Mazda, the RX 8, I believe, or is it the 7? And it's got I believe like a rotary engine. It's a rotary engine. Just think about taking that and rotary engine is so small, but think about putting a V8 up under the hood. It's crazy, man.
Right.
It's crazy.
Like you saying, changing up the whole dynamics of the car, right?
Yeah. So it's like it's not. So on Forza, when you racing somebody, and of course it's best to go with your own build because that's what separates everybody, and that's what I like about it. It's crazy that people blame the game. It's not the game. It's you. It's you.
Right.
I mean, you chose that engine. You chose those brakes.
Right.
You didn't set it right. You know what I'm saying? So the game is perfect. The game is perfect. Now Horizon, on the other hand, that's a different story because that's more of an arcade-ish simulator instead of where motorsport is just track and it's all simulation where it's just real. Now Horizon is a little bit more on your. It's like Need for Speed on steroids. It's what Need for Speed does. It's like basically when Need for Speed Most Wanted back in on Xbox 360, the original 360, when they dropped the Most Wanted. From then on now, they didn't make any more good games in my. I mean, Payback. Don't get me wrong. Payback was sort of, but it still felt like it was missing something.
Man, you dropped, man. What happened to your voice?
So.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy how far racing games came. But as far as Forza, that's a whole another ballpark right there. I mean,
Yo,
I don't know.
Speak up a little bit louder, man.
All right.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Try to stay right where you are when you speak. Don't try to move around too much.
Let's switch it to my Bluetooth. I'm speaking through my phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but they basically made a game that you're right, that if they did cross over to the PlayStation, it would they'll lose a lot of fans. I say that. Thinking about it, I feel betrayed. Like I had all this to myself, but now I gotta share it.
Right.
So I get what you're going on there. But what about like, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing an MLB show on X.
I just want a better baseball game. That game ain't all that great. I'd rather have a better baseball game.
That's true.
If
Microsoft can drop a game, I'm pretty sure it will. It'll be better than MLB the show. But
yeah, that game is just typical, man. It's just a good typical baseball game. They ain't really doing nothing that blows a baseball game away. You know, it's just they
I
know
get what you're saying.
they know they the only ones out, so they
Well, they
don't.
got RBI, but
RBI
RBI
has
is
the
not the
chance,
same.
right? RBI
It's not
has
the
the
same.
chance to becoming something great because it's still being built. Every year,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
proven,
yeah,
it's improved. Exactly.
yeah. But and the show been out for for too long for for them to be for example. I mean, if you go to 2K and you play 2K and you playing story mode or whatever,
Right.
you actually get those player voices.
Right.
How come in 18 the show there's no voices, there's just dialogue. Just like it was in I like NBA Live 18, but it's just nothing but dialogue. Dialogue. It's
Right.
no speaking. So it don't make it feel like it's you in the game. That's the whole point of playing games, is to make it feel like it's you behind the wheel. It's
Right.
you that's doing the shooting, you know?
Right.
So in my experience, that's how I like to feel. But, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't mind it coming over just for for the sake of having it. But if Microsoft was to say, "Hey, we got a choice. You can wait a couple years. We'll release something, or um, you know, we can give MLB the show." I'm gonna wait for Microsoft. I'm gonna wait for Microsoft. I mean, because now everybody want to know what's next. What's next? Are we gonna get a net? Well, what's Microsoft's gonna do now? Is it gonna be a Halo? Is it gonna be another Gears? They always keep their people guessing, you know.
Right. We don't have that, and that's the good thing about what Phil Spencer did, man. He changed up the pattern, right? We don't know what we're getting
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
And I
We
think
don't
that's
know.
what you made a good point. I think that's what people have a lot of issues, man. They so used to a pattern that they expecting a same old kind of reaction, a same old, and he switched it up. He switched
Yeah,
it up two
yeah,
years ago. We had a conference with no Halo Gears or Forza. Well, we did have the Forza, but we had no Halo or Gears.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they came out with more video content than all the other competitors out there. That was crazy, man. You
Yeah.
know,
I
that's
mean, they
that's believing in your work. That's all that shows, man. That's believing in your work.
well, but the work speaks for itself, though. I mean, it's been around. It's always gonna be around. Microsoft is not going anywhere no time soon. I mean, there's some things that they can touch up on, which is you can say that about anything. But as far as being perfect, I'll say it's the next best thing to perfect.
Yeah. They doing what they can do, man. You know, it's like I said,
I don't blame them.
anybody can do. You know, things can be done better, but they're doing what they can do, man. I mean, you
Yeah,
know, they're,
yeah. I
they're
mean, they giving us top performance, and then they go back and they say, "Well," they asking the community, "What did we do wrong last year?" And
right. The feedback. You talking about the feedback
yeah,
program?
yeah, the
Exactly.
feedback.
The
So they
feedback
like, "What we
program
doing
was
wrong?"
excellent. Yes, that was excellent, man.
And when you say, "Oh, we want more guns," we want
Right,
more
right.
cars, we want. They not just listening to us and say, "Oh yeah, we should put that in there," and then the game dropping is actually the same, and same game from last year. They actually change it up and see and go with it. But a lot of people, at the same time, a lot of people don't like change. So I mean, you lose, and you win at the same time because some people just don't like change. They want to play. I mean, I'm gonna go back to you on Call of Duty, for example. Everybody said Call of Duty. I mean, trust me, Black Ops 2 Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. It's a tie between Black Ops and Modern Warfare. But those are my all-time favorite games of the Call of Duty series. Now, people saying, "Oh, we need this, we need change, we need change, we need." Oh, I agree. They needed more guns. They needed more, customization, more maps, and they did it. But they changed the whole way the gaming was when they went with like all the exosuits and all that.
Right.
Then
that was the Titanfall effect.
Yeah,
that was the Titanfall effect. Everybody wanted to be like Titanfall there for a minute.
Yeah,
it went crazy.
Yeah, everybody wants because Titanfall hit. I mean, it hit hard. It striked hard. It hit hard, man. I mean, the only person I say the only game that didn't take a hit as bad as Call of Duty was Battlefield because
it was different.
Battlefield don't.
It was different. It was daring.
They stayed to they stayed at their roots. They stayed realistic. You know what I'm saying? They stay big open maps where you gotta shoot somebody 1,000 yards away. The flash of the scope. You can see the flash of the scope from that and spot a sniper.
I got SUMERIX jumping in, crashing in, yo. I got my boy SUMERIX coming in, smashing in from the DX Mansion. Appreciate you. We're doing the audio test, man. So we want to know how we sound, man.
Hey, how you doing, Dorian?
All right, fam. Are you in here? We want to make sure we got an audio test going, man. We need feedback. I want to make sure my man Ox vocal are pretty good, man, decent. Because when I have difficulties, I want to be able to have a backup plan. So we want to make sure we're getting content out there to people who are looking forward to our stuff every week. So that's what we're trying to do, man. So I would appreciate it if you can let me know that he's clear enough to hear. That's just basically where I'm at right now. I just want to make sure he's clear enough to hear. But you on here, so that's fine, man. You can talk with him. Y'all discuss some stuff. The more the merrier, man. So I'm excited right now. So thanks for crashing in, man.
Yeah, actually, so there was one thing I wanted to talk to you about too.
Okay, go ahead, man. I mean, what?
So
go ahead.
My designer said that while his skill base is not quite on the level that you want for the 5 to 10 second intro animation, he did send me a bunch of intros that he could work like. And so I just forwarded you a video of those. Obviously, he couldn't do the first one, but he focuses on 2D animation and rendering.
Cool, man. Yo, that's good news, man. This is my boy SUMERIX representing the Wolverine country, man. He's up there in Michigan, man. This is what me and this dude used to do years ago, man. We get in a party and we just talk. He's a good tech dude, man. And he didn't even know that I was actually putting in some work for YouTube. So once he found out, man, he hit me back up, and we've been talking for the last couple of days. And he's really driven to help in any kind of way. I'll be putting out a lot of stuff for him, information. He's passionate about helping people out and stuff like this, man. So appreciate you stopping by, man. Yeah, we'll talk about that more in depth.
Yeah, I figure we can talk about that after I get out of work.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Like, I was sending it and why I was sending it.
No, you're cool, man. No, you're cool, man. You're good. Are you still heading to work right now?
No, I'm standing at the office. We don't open for another 30 minutes.
Okay, cool. So you don't mind sitting up in here, man, chit-chatting with Ock?
Nah, sounds good to me, man.
All right, Ock is just throwing up some questions, man. We live from the streets, and that way I can just sit here and keep a lookout on the computer and see if anybody throws back any feedback. It's live and direct. My phone keeps going off. I might have to go pick my daughter up soon. So we got enough stuff. I mean, just y'all just keep doing what y'all doing, man. Just keep doing what y'all
Would you
doing.
prefer me to call you legal when you're in the live streams, or?
Yeah, man. Whatever, man. You know,
Okay.
whatever, man. I'm not hiding from nothing, man.
All right. Well, anyway, I should tell you, apart from you, because I would never charge you because you're a really good friend. My normal fee for helping people is I do 2 hours every Saturday, and it's $20. That's
Cool.
it.
Yeah, go ahead and advertise yourself, fam. There you go. There you go. I don't even have to do it. It's gonna be right here now. So go ahead and talk about what you do, man. I keep doing what you talking. Keep talking about what you talking about with the forces and stuff.
I'll keep talking. So essentially, guys, what I do is I used to be a Twitch streamer. Realized that I'm not good at building myself because I can't take my own advice on anything. But I took my buddy, and in 30 days, I got him and his whole group of friends to break the 500 follower mark on Twitch. Each of them having around 50 to 100 subscribers on Twitch, and I mean, right now they're all off doing their own thing. And they all took my service, and I service with YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, Hitbox TV. I've got my own personal animator for intros. I've got my own designer for your banners, your graphics, everything you need. And obviously they all have varying fees, but I essentially control that little market. And it's kind of a new thing I'm doing where it's $20 to get that 2 hours from me, which is, I mean, not a bad deal because I'm pretty experienced in growing Twitch channels.
As y'all see, I don't fool with rookies, man. As y'all see, the conglomerate of me is pretty nice. I appreciate this dude right here, man. This guy right here, man, is a very humble person, man. Like I said, my most memorable moment with you, man, on live was them daggum tornadoes, man, hitting down the street in Michigan.
Yeah.
And my man had to run out in the basement. It was hilarious, but I'm just glad he was safe, man. Because you was sitting there looking at your window like, yo, it's coming this way, man. I got to get out of here. Ah.
Dude, it was terrifying. Because so essentially it dropped in a city known as Zeeland. Well, it was around the city of Zeeland, Michigan. And I was like just up the road from the tornado, and it ripped right through town.
Yeah,
Fortunately, it wasn't near my actual house. But, man, that was a wicked day.
Moment.
I'm going to be getting a website that'll be up for the Twitch consulting, which will describe all my services, hopefully in the next couple weeks.
Cool, man.
So that everyone can know exactly what I do without having to pitch myself 24 hours a day.
No doubt. So, man.
Well, I might be reaching out to your service also.
There you go.
All right, man.
Yeah, man, we want to look after each other, man. We want to look after each other up in here. So, I'll definitely, man, help spread the word, man, for you. And I know you do. I know you're very quality. He's a very quality type individual, man. So, and real in depth. He really wants you to understand what he's doing. So you don't have to feel rushed with this guy, man. He likes, the more questions, the better off you are with him, man. If he comes to your service, man, and you ain't really asking a lot of questions, he's pretty much not going to fool with you, man. That's how he does, because it's in your questions that lies your interest. This guy's not somebody he's not no rookie. He's not somebody that's gassing up, barking up a tree, man. He's really about his business, man. He's well connected, and he takes his craft real well. And like he said, if he can't get it done, he got people that he knows that are willing to help him get it done. It's not no, $1 million work. That's not what he's talking about. But it is some stuff that, for what you do, streaming and things like that, if you're into broadcasting and stuff like that, man, it is some good quality stuff that you can learn and get into. And the main thing that he's really into is making you independent, man. Getting you to where you can do this stuff yourself.
Yeah, I get you there.
Yeah, my main goal with the whole the teaching everybody is that I don't want people to have to come to me. I want to teach them enough that like they may come back like once a month, they may come back once a year, they may come back once every 10 years. But I want people to be able to be successful on their own and be able to actually push themselves to their own limits. Because, I mean, I hit my limit forever ago, but I've been helping people exceed their limits for the past, like, 3 years on Twitch.
Right.
And obviously now I'm actually promoting a service compared to what I used to do. But what I used to do was more experimental, and now it's like set in stone. This is the best way to do it. But as Dorian said, when you're hitting me with those questions, it really helps me gauge your actual interest in the service, and it also helps me figure out exactly where you stand, what you understand, what you don't understand. It allows me to teach you and help you grow. And that's a really important part of the process, is growing yourself at the same time that you're growing your channels.
Right, because that YouTube channel is basically self-promotion. Like my man OCK, man, when I bumped into OCK, I bumped into him straight off of YouTube. And like we found out we don't even live that far from each other. So he's constant, because when I told him what I wanted to do, he knows exactly what's going on in my area. He knows. You know, when we get this E3 stuff popping off and not E3, I'm sorry, esports popping off in our area, they're about to start making some they're about to build the esport building straight for competitive gaming, man. You don't think I ain't gonna hit my homeboy up and be like, yo, let's go over here, man. Let's get our phones out. We're gonna get some recording done. We're gonna be wilding out, man.
It's gonna be good.
I'll be mad in the mud. You don't hit me up.
Yeah, exactly. Because my man, as soon as he found out I was doing this, it's like you, SUMERIX, immediately came out to support. I mean, and that's something, man, that, you know, I don't ask nobody. You know, I'd rather have people coming from their heart, you know, because this Di-RREC gaming, man, I keep trying to tell people, this is a community gaming channel. This is not just me. It's you guys. And you guys go back, look at this stuff, check it out. You can spread this stuff just like what SUMERIX did. Now, he doesn't have to repeat himself anymore. If somebody asks, hey man, what you do? All he has to do now is go straight to Di-RREC gaming. He knows the video that he did. Hey man, I'll be sending you something in here around such and such and such a minute is when I drop in, and I'm basically explaining all the stuff that I do. You can get a hold of me, blah, 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 blah. Makes things a lot easier for him. Or he can literally come in here one day, live from the streets, and say, yo, Felon, look, I know I remember you by Felon. I know you legal now, but look, can I use the channel to get some information across? So I got a lot of people that be asking me questions, and I just want to get a full detailed description on what I do, and I can come in here, man, live from the street, say it, and that way I don't have to say it anymore. But I don't want to wait. I want to be able to tell them straight up from the jump of the show. I don't want to like be waiting around. Sure, man, come on in. Boom, he can come in. He can say what he wants to say, and then that's it. He has it. He can take it with him.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be breaking down the description of exactly what I do a little bit more in a post later tonight in the DX Mansion. And there's going to be some cool perks for people who are actually in the DX Mansion that you're not gonna get if you're not part of DX. But I mean, I help grow not just like Legal here. He's on Xbox and PC, but I help people who are Xbox, PC, PS4, Nintendo Switch. I mean, you could be playing on the Nintendo DS on Twitch, and I'm still going to give you the same assistance that I'm going to give Legal here, because, I mean, everyone deserves to get a chance.
Yeah. That's good. That's good that you. I mean, not that you know we have anything against PlayStation, because they know I own a PlayStation. It just hasn't been turned on. I mean,
really the way I see it.
That's a typical PlayStation owner, man. That's a typical. When you're talking about what the Xbox can do and what PlayStation do, if you actually put both those consoles next by next and game and had a gaming experience, the PlayStation is not going to get played anymore. That's just a known fact, man. Because the community of Xbox is strong. Unless you're not into community game, even if you're not into community gaming, the fact of once you try it, it's going to pull you in because it's a whole. Because here's the thing: no matter what makes community gaming great is the individuals. So let's say this: it's us three right now, right?
Yeah,
If I play a game with OCK today, I gain an experience with OCK. The beauty of it is, SUMERIX comes in, OCK's got to go to work. SUMERIX comes in the party and is like, hey man, I got this new game. You want to come game with me? I go over there and game with you. Different experience. Every time, different experience. Then, if I'm chilling, got a long day, I had a long day from work, and you know what I'm saying, I really don't want to be bothered, the single player campaign is always there for me. But at least I have a strong option. Unlike with PlayStation, the community base is not that strong. The when you come in, it's not engaging. So it's not really like that's just facts. It's so you're kind of more like
just because there's a lot of kids on there, you know.
Right. It's kind of it's the opposite.
Well, I feel like
it's the opposite.
I feel like the thing you run into when you're on the PlayStation is like with Xbox, we not only have the communities system, which is awesome, which PlayStation also shares like we do. But the other thing is the looking for group feature, which is, I mean, completely revolutionized the way we find friends through Xbox. I mean, I've been playing Far Cry 5 like for the past week straight. Every night I play Far Cry 5 for like 4 hours, and every night I go into looking for group, and I can choose if I want people to have a microphone, if I want them to play in my game, if I want them to be cooperative or competitive. I can ask them, or I can tell them whether it's PvP or casual. I can tell them whether, or PvP or PvE, and then I can tell them competitive casual. I can tell them, I mean, there's just a huge spectrum of options, like adults versus kids. Like, it really allows the community to grow.
Real quick, Summerize. I didn't mean to cut you off real quick, because this is important. I didn't mean to cut you off. You're going to go ahead and continue after I say this. Yo, OCK or SUMERIX, whichever one gets there first, click onto the YouTube, click onto the video that's live, listen to it, and let us know how we sound. Whichever one that wants to go first, whichever one wants to do that, just let me know.
I got it set up, so.
All right, go in there, get out of the party, just walk away from your phone or turn your phone on mute, and then go to the thing and type and let me know how SUMERIX sounds. So go ahead and talk, SUMERIX. Go ahead.
All right. Well, as I was continuing, the one thing that I do think PS4 has going for it is currently it's third-party single-player games. I'm personally going to be getting a PlayStation almost exclusively for the game Detroit. Because I mean, it looks like a really good game, and to me, gaming should be about the gamers, which is why I do have such an issue with first and third party developers choosing one console over the other. I really feel like they need to support everyone together.
Yo, you know what? You know what it is? The majority, and you know what? You said something that I've been saying for years, but back in the day, we didn't have this problem as much as we do today. But I understand that, but you want to know something? You want to know something? Because I'm about to bring you straight to the light. I gotta leave and go pick up my daughter, but we're gonna finish this one off on a good point, and you guys can sit right here and talk till I get back, because I'm not gonna be gone long. But look, the very fact that what you just said is the reason why the X is out, right? Because before this was not a very, very bad situation. We always knew Nintendo had its games, and nobody really bothered about it because it was the first successful console, and it had its games a lot. You didn't go around buying a Sega Genesis to play Mario. So when Sega came out with its games, it was kind of like you pick and choose which console you wanted, and you played those games because Nintendo was so rampant, you could always experience Nintendo. You just go to your friend's house. It wasn't like a big deal, right?
Beautiful.
But
That
as
sounds good, man.
but as the years went by, things ended up changing. Especially when Sony came on the scene, they started making these contracts with developers. Sony was the first company to really start doing the exclusivity with developers, signing them for 5 to 10 years and all that stuff. That's why you see now Crash Bandicoot finally coming to the Xbox. It has nothing to do with Sony not selling its consoles or games or anything. It has to do with the contract. It's over. So now that game can go wherever it wants to go. Unless it's a game that's built off the technology of the company, like, for instance, Titanfall or Dead Rising 3, it won't ever go to the other company because it actually has content that was from a company that helped them out. In a situation like that, that's different. Business has changed. So now, to conclude what SUMERIX just said, it's not worth my time to go and to spend $300-something for one game, as if I don't have to, for the first time in my gaming life, this is it. I don't feel validated enough now to where I need to have so many multiple consoles for a lack of games for one console just because it's not on another one. I'm not gonna do it anymore because I'm like you. What you just said. If you're gonna make that decision of a developer for a game like that and say, hey, I'm gonna exclusively put it over here. For a game like that, you ain't gonna get my support because that game isn't that crucial. Now, let's say a game like Street Fighter should never be one console. Street Fighter 5 didn't make no sense to me. So when it failed, it made perfect sense. Why in the hell would you do that? When Street Fighter is an open fighting game for everybody to experience. It's been here the long right.
I wouldn't consider it a failed title because it does have a lot of success behind it still. I believe it would have a lot more success.
It has a following. What I'm talking about is a base growth. Its base growth failed it because when you're looking for new players, like Street Fighter already has a cult following. So the diehard fans are going to follow it no matter what. That's the beauty of Street Fighter because I'm a Street Fighter fan. And I can't wait for the 30th anniversary and all of that good stuff. So I understood that it was a lot of different changes that were done that even turned off the fans. Because you're looking at a game that just did not even grow. But keep continuing. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go pick up my daughter. Just go ahead and keep talking, man.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be opening up the shop here in 11 minutes, so I got 11 minutes to sit here and talk.
Yeah, go ahead and talk. OCK could come back in and talk with you. He'll carry on until I get right back. But if y'all decide to leave, that's fine. We did a good testing. But I'm just gonna finish it on out. We can actually close it down. We can actually close it down.
Is good. As far as I hear his voice, your voice is it's good, golden.
It was golden.
It was golden.
That's it. Then we got the word. I'm gonna listen to it. Then I'm gonna go listen to it.
It won't let me rewind and.
No, that's fine because we're live. Yeah, because we're live. All right. Well, look. On that note, SUMERIX, thanks for crashing in. I appreciate you for hanging on. We're gonna conclude this audio test. Thank y'all for coming out live from the streets. Audio test. Di-RREC Gaming. It's your boy New Legal. If you like this live from the streets, please subscribe. Put a like, put a dislike, leave a comment below. Do whatever you feel. As for us, man, this is what we do. We continually gonna have fun. We're gonna keep banging it out. Until next time, guys, peace.